Okay, so I'm shooting this from the beautiful University of Washington campus that happens to be very close to my house. There's some beautiful architecture here. Every department here has its own library, and they're all really old style brick buildings. They're very beautiful. I just wanted to make this and tell you real quick, you know, I've got a lot of change happening in my life. Pretty much all of it is good. My sleep schedules are really fucked up right now because I'm changing. I worked nothing but AM shifts for like 6 months straight, and now I'm switching over to PM shifts, and it's a little bit tough, so please excuse me. All I can say is stay tuned. There will be a lot more coming here now that I've got my energy levels back and whatnot. So basically the whole gist of this is I just wanted to tell you that after giving it some very careful thought, you are actually responsible for quite a bit of positive change in my life, just like I said in the other video. And I decided to reward you, I guess, of sorts by I'm gonna show you parts of myself I've never shown anyone, which it needs to happen anyway. I need to come out of this shell that I've been in for the last 20 years. You know, I'm not smoking as much weed anymore, and it's helping quite a bit. You know, in fact, now when I smoke weed, it kind of reactivates all the acid that I have in my system and actually makes me freaking kind of like head trip a little bit, which is a good thing. It makes me think more philosophically minded. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to say a few words about trolls and specifically the trolls in our little sphere of drama that's occurred between the Cracky and the Boxy fan bases. Please excuse me if I'm a little long-winded sometimes. I'm someone, I feel like I have a hard time expressing myself sometimes, so sometimes I kind of overdo it because I'm trying to make sure that who I'm talking to understands me. Please don't think that I'm like being condescending or thinking that you're an idiot or anything like that. It's me, not you. Okay, so Boxy first got popular in 2009. For January 9, 2009 was the upload of For Everyone from Boxy. The third video in her original 3-video canon. It started a shitstorm, a war, and everything. Well, some betards figured out that Kate, who, by the way, happens to have the same name as you, she spells it with a C, though. Her first name is Catherine, also. So, some betards figured out that Kate went to her school and started harassing her IRL about being Boxy and whatnot, okay? One of those people was this guy by the name of Caleb Robertson, this special needs kid that went to like the freaking Aspie retard wing, or, you know, how they separate the kids who have behavioral problems from the ones who actually want to learn. So yeah, he figured out that Kate was Boxy, was going to his school when she was like 16, actually went and got in her face and started harassing her about it to the point the school authorities had to get involved. And then when they did that, he went around and started getting little sock puppets, like people to do it for him, basically. Well, Kate was a year older than him, and she graduated and was out of school and left him behind. But anyway, he's largely responsible for recruiting a lot of the trolls into the Boxy fan base that are there now, even today. Even trying to get whole other fan bases to come attack ours just to create mayhem. It's divide and conquer techniques again. Just trying to cause division and strife among all our fan bases. Well, 2009, I met Messenger and my homeboy Kenny in a Boxy thread on B. And I wasn't really around deeply in the Boxy scene until probably late 2009. The first time I ever heard about Boxy, I was involved in Project Chanology, the Scientology protest. First time I ever heard about Boxy, I was standing downtown San Diego across the street from a Temple of Scientology with a Guy Fawkes mask on. And I later decided to investigate it because my friends were telling me it's a rife breeding pit for all kinds of trolls, and I don't really like people who harass people like that and whatnot for shits and giggles or whatever, so I decided to head on over there and check it out. I've been doing what you would call cannibal or counter trolling in the Boxy scene for years now, ever since then. And I'm very happy to see that she hasn't allowed any of it to daunt her, and she's gone on to make videos and so on and so forth. And she's making more videos. She's working for a Ford YouTube show right now called Animal List. But yeah, I mean, but before that happened, me and Messenger and Kenny kept her legacy alive for years while she was totally in exile, hiding from the dark, totally away from the public eye. She did that for, like I said, 2 years until she turned 18, and then she came back. Well, when she came back, there was another YouTube user who goes by Life in a Tent. We just call him Liet. And his followers are called Campers. Total scam artist troll. The man's actually banned from YouTube now because he's such a huge troll, would like to harass people and so on and so forth. Well, anyway, the Boxy trolls figured out how to basically gladeratorize or provoke them into attacking our fan base, and a lot of the trolls that are there now are from that fan base. Prior to that happening, prior to Kate's return as Boxy in like 2011, there was a lot of our trolls were going over to your fan base and logging all your chats, even back when you guys weren't even on Tiny Chat, when it was still the Cracky House IRC. There's a lot of, well, I don't want to say a lot, but there are some very stubborn, persistent trolls from our fan base that are involved in yours. For the same reason, trying to get the Cracky people and the Boxy people to fight. Well, Boxy people naturally are all about love and don't want to fight people, and it always seemed like you guys just didn't care or knew enough about trolls just that you could see the obvious manipulation. But it all started when I got to know Layla, because Camel freaking liked me and could see clearly that I was never a pervert to her at all, ever, despite the fact that I think that she's a very, very beautiful woman. Like, Camel's like physically flawless in a lot of ways. She should be a model, like a real model. But anyway, I'll make a video about her and Orange and Nikki and all that later. Like I said, right now I'm just trying to explain to you about what's happening. So I used to go over and hang out with you guys when you were in IRC, and later when you went into the Tiny Chat, and it turned out that, you know, I would talk to her and stuff, and she just thought I was cool. That's why she gave me her phone number, so that, you know, we could talk and stuff. And later, a lot of the Boxy trolls went over to you guys and started talking shit to me because they figured out that I guess I'm kind of a likable person. You know, it's never my goal to freaking seduce people or whatever. You know, people like my personality, I guess. which is good, you know. I mean, a long time ago, I'm not a very, I don't have a lot. I'm not a rich person. I'm not very tall. So a long time ago, I figured out that I probably, if I was going to attract anybody else, it was going to be because I have a personality. So I started learning how to culture my personality and whatnot and be an interesting person so that, you know, if women don't find me attractive for any other reason, at least they can say I'm funny and that I'm enjoyable to talk to. So trolls being, you know, their typical bland, plastic, prefabricated selves that they are, obviously hate people like me. They hate any type of artist because artists truly are imaginative and expressionate, and trolls aren't. Trolls are reading a script most of the time. They just Google how to troll somebody and go there and read it, and that's what they go and do. So yeah, I wanted to make this video to raise the point that you may not even notice it, okay? When you brainwash somebody, they don't notice. That's why it's called mind control, okay? Like, you may not even notice, but there have been basically what amounts to a smear campaign going on against me online for years now because a bunch of trolls figured out that I actually am a figure that without anything else to help me has some power to him by himself. So, I mean, I'll elaborate more on my personality and things, but, you know, I'm a Taurus. That has a lot to do with it. I'm also a redhead. I have a very extroverted personality. I'm not afraid to talk to people like I've known them my whole life, and so on and so forth. So, all that being said, again, I wanted to ask you to, like, look at me with an open mind when I talk to you and try to, you know, understand and, you know, just try to look at me with an open heart. So yeah, sorry for being so long-winded. I don't mean to take up a bunch of your time, but I just wanted to belt this out real quick. I'll be making more videos. I gotta take a trip down to Oregon here real soon. I've got a lot on my plate. I've got to make a bunch of stuff for Cooking with Cannabis. I got to get a whole bunch of people together. I've got a lot of stuff to do. So yeah, the last video I made for you included my phone number in the description. So if you ever need to get a hold of me right now, well, right now my phone's not on. I'm kind of between jobs and between paychecks, so until I can come up with a little bit more money, but it should be on like on Monday. Yeah, on Monday. So yeah, I just wanted to say this stuff and let you know, like, this has been going on. There's been a lot of psych warfare bullshit going on, trying to get me and you to fight, and I'm just not gonna be a party to it. You know, for the longest time, maybe I did give in, and maybe I didn't like you for, you know, not really because of them, but because of stupid-ass childish reasons. That time's all over, okay? The reality of the matter is there's stuff outside of our little circle of drama and its little secluded corner of the internet. There are big, real-world things going on right now that are kind of time-sensitive that's going to affect all of us. So, I mean, I need to get this done. I need you to understand. I need you to get to know me here and to trust me and to trust that I have good intentions, because it's the truth. There's a lot of stuff that I need to tell you, and time's running out on a lot of this. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm gonna make you more videos. Anyway, peace.